So this video is going to take a look at how to clean up your school computer. We're logged into our school computer here, and the first thing we're going to do is look for this icon that says My Computer, and we'll double click on that. From here we're looking for our H drive because that's where our documents are stored when we put them in My Documents. And I can see here under Network Drives that I have my H drive displayed here. You may or may not see this little letter H. If you don't, you can go up to the top here where it says Name and just kind of mouse over until this crosshair appears, and you can make this field a little bit smaller or a little bit larger. So if you don't see the H drive, come on up here and just drag it over until you see the letters displayed. And then once you've found it, you double click and it opens up your Documents folder. I'm just going to make our window a little bit smaller here by clicking that center button, and I'm going to click and drag this window over a little bit. Because what I'd like to do is I'd like to save some of my documents on a USB key, which I've already inserted into my computer. So to find it, we're going to go back to that My Computer icon that we looked at before and double click. Only this time we're going to be looking for our USB key, which is right here, our devices with removable storage, removable disk E. So we're going to double click on that. And what you see here is your information that's stored on your USB key. And we're going to make that window a little bit smaller by clicking this center button again. And now we're just going to make this window a little bit narrower by mousing over this edge here and dragging it over. So now what we've done is we have our computer documents that are on our school computer here in the right-hand field, and we have our USB key area here. So it might be a good idea to make a new folder on your USB key to store any documents that you want to save off of your school computer. So to do that, we're in our window for our USB key, and we're going to right click and click on New Folder, and we might just want to call it School Documents and date it. And once we've named it, we're just going to double click on that folder. So now we have our USB key open to our School Documents folder. Now we're going to look over here at our H drive. Any of these documents that I want to keep for next year, it's really simple to just click on the document, such as this buoyancy experiment, and just hold down your mouse button and drag it over. And then it's just going to transfer it here to your USB key. If you have a series of documents that you'd like to save, you merely click on the top one, press the Shift key on your keyboard, click on the bottom one, and then click and drag over the whole group. And a little box is going to pop up here that just tells you that it's copying, and that's perfectly normal. And once that's finished, all of your documents now are here saved on your USB key, and that frees you up to come back over here to the H drive and delete those documents from the school computer. So to do that, you just click on the top document, press down Shift on the keyboard, click on the bottom document, and click Delete. It's going to ask you to verify that you want to delete the items. You click Yes, and there it is, cleaned off of your school computer. Now you may have created some folders as well that you may wish to save onto your USB key. So for example, this one here that I've created, the tech folder, I may or may not want to save it. If I do, I simply just click and drag it over like this to my USB key, and it will pull the whole folder over, and it might take a little bit longer because there might be several documents inside that folder. When that little box is finished, then you know you've safely saved them over on your USB key. And now I can come back here and I can right click on the folder on my school computer and click Delete so that it's cleared off of my school computer. Just be careful when you're deleting folders that you don't delete this profile folder. That's the one you need to access School Connect. So now when I've finished cleaning up my H drive the best I can close that off. And I'm just going to click and drag this window with my USB key information over a bit so that you can see that I also have some documents saved here on my desktop, and you may also have saved documents on your desktop. You can save those the exact same way on your USB key just by clicking and dragging them over, or you can just right click on the items and click Delete in the menu to delete those off of your desktop as well. So once you've taken those steps, you've safely saved all of your documents here on your USB key, and your desktop and your My Documents folder is nice and clean to start fresh in September.